guys, welcome to another video. In today's video, we're going to be going over our maples. So right now we're looking at our pre-spring setup, which is, it looks a bit different than our summer setup last year, mainly because we've changed the shader to a plastic tarp, because this will keep it much more warmer in the winter. Also, we've added these wooden boards, which are stabilized by some cement bricks, to make sure that no rainwater piles up on the top of our rectangular pipe shader. And it adds that angle to the roof, which allows rainwater to just run off the side. Now, while we're looking at our plants, you have to take into mind that some of them are still hibernating. A few of them have started to wake up and they've started budding and, doing everything that should be happening in spring. But most of them are still basically asleep. This phoenix here has started to grow a little and woken up with its nice red colors. This one is one that's hibernating. It's a geisha gone wild, still budding. Over here we have the autumn moon, which has maintained its foliage throughout the year. But that's kind of different to this one. This is the golden full moon, which has not maintained its foliage. As you can see on the ground, most of the leaves are dead now. This plant is supported by a bamboo rod to keep it stable. Over here we have the Benikawa, which is a maple that we've unboxed in a previous video. Question we've gotten on a previous video is that if this plant maintains its red bark, and it does maintain the red bark throughout the seasons. Now in the back over here we have some plants that we bought from a separate seller. We bought them as 1-year-old plants, 1-year-old maples. We did not record any of the purchases from that separate seller. But these plants have started to bud. Over there in the corner we have one of my favorite plants, and I'll show you why that is in a bit later. Right now we're looking at springtime. In the back there we have the geisha gone wild, which is the one that was hibernating. But all of the plants during springtime start to show their true colors, literally, and start looking more like Japanese maple. So right now we're gonna go ahead and move our plants to a different area, and that's because we want shade for our plants, and also our PVC pipe structure isn't handling out too well, mainly because we didn't add that little roof in the winter, which allowed rainwater to pile up on the top, and it started, cracking here and there. So we're just gonna replace that by putting our plants in the secluded area in the corner of our backyard. And now we're gonna look at how our plants have done in the summertime. Here is our Japanese princess, one of the maples we've unboxed in a previous video. Same here with the purple ghost, which maintains that lovely purple, which gives it its name. And now if we go over here, we have one of probably my second favorite because of its strangeness. Some very strange leaves, purple and green. I don't remember the name because it washed off the tag. Here we have another Japanese maple we've unboxed. I don't know how to pronounce the name though. We have the autumn moon here, keeping to its namesake with autumn colors on it. And then let's go over here. This one that we're about to look at is the phoenix. It's lost that mainly red color, and it now has much more green looking colors. But it still has a little touch of red to it. Over here we have the butterfly, my personal favorite because of the strange leaf shape and gorgeous looking white colors on the edge. We also have the Peeve multicolor, also keeping to its namesake for having two different colors, red and green. If we go ahead and go over here, we have the golden full moon, which had no leaves when we showed it earlier, but now it has started to grow on this bamboo rod. And also, while we're on the topic of our maples, let's go ahead to our potting mix. Our potting mix has done very well for our plants. It doesn't hold too much water like how we said it, what we said in our potting mix video. By the way, if you want to see that, there's a link up above. but our mix has done very well so far. And if you want to make it yourself, it's very easy. It doesn't cost too much. It's modeled after the, I think it's called Al's Gritty Mix. It's modeled after that, but at a cheaper price because Al's Gritty Mix contains some ingredients that are harder to find. But that's going to be it for today's video. I hope you enjoyed seeing our maples again. Hit the like button, subscribe button. It would really mean a lot to me. I know it's not that great to ask, but I hope you had a good time looking at our maples, and goodbye.